Hello. Hello? 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 Oh man, the mic isn't working? Can you hear me? Because it doesn't. Hello? Okay, just tell me if the mic is working. Yeah, it's working? You sure? You sure it's working? Hmm. Working now. Okay, hearing you. Cool. Exciting. It's so weird that there's actually like 8 people watching because I've been doing a lot of like live streams with my one Patreon. So that's great. So this is the start officially of the Red-athon. Woo! Exciting. I am not mentally prepared. I have been doing like administration the entire day. Um, trying to work out everything with the Red-athon, what I'm going to talk about, and Instagram challenges, and there's going to be game nights, and I'm trying to figure out games to play, and it's just been like a lot of chatting, a lot of computer work, so I haven't actually read anything today, so I'm going to start my first reading now, and that's that. I wanted to talk a little bit about the Instagram challenges because, like, I think so far no one's entered, and I feel like because there's no prizes, no one wants to enter. But you have like the entire week to enter because I don't want to like set it up for one day. I mean, it's just fun challenges. So for anyone who's curious about that, like, there's no timeline on that specifically. So yeah, I'm excited for everyone who's gonna join the games tomorrow. I'm excited. So last time I actually talked about second books in series that were blue. And I was like, well, let's talk about second books in series that I read this time. You know why? I don't know. Why not first book in series? There's a lot of first book in series I read. There's this thing, especially in YA trilogies, where they have like a red book, a green book, and a blue book, or like red book, yellow book, and blue book, or something like that. But like those colors are, it's almost always like 1, 2, 3. It's just like this thing. So I would talk about, I have a few. These are the ones that are second books in series for me that are read, which is quite a bit. But then I started looking at the series, and these are the books that are third book in series that are read, which is so many. That's just like an insane number of read books. So that's kind of funny, I think. And then I started looking about like my other read books, and then I realized there's a lot of like black, white, and red books. And I feel like that's been like a huge trend too. Like I think the Brandon Center has like the Stormlight Archives. You know, there's 14 people looking. I will. Oh, look, these books. I think they're all fantasy, actually. Like, it's just so popular, like this color scheme. It's just crazy. Oh yeah, also Wayward 2 is actually, I guess. So that was my little very non-important at all. It's like the old joke, what's black, white, and red all over? What's the answer to that? I feel like I've heard that, but I have no idea what you're talking about. It's a riddle? I don't know the answer to that riddle. Newspaper. Oh. Okay, I get it. Okay, so I have been listening to, I'll talk about what I've been reading so far. I have actually been reading something. I've been listening to Felix Ever After on audiobook, and the audiobook is like phenomenal. Like it is so good, and I'm enjoying it so much. I just thought I was not gonna finish it this month, but I've just been like flying through it like nonstop. So it's been really fun, and I'm loving it a lot. Has anyone read it? Anyhow, I wanted to talk or ask you guys before we start reading if you listen to audiobooks, and if, oh, you can see, oh my god, can you see her? Hi, Lilo. Hi, sweetie. She's so cute. Okay. What are you guys reading? Tell me in the comments. I want to know. Oh yeah, and also ebooks. What's your preference on books, book formats, hardcover, paperback, audiobooks, ebooks? What do you like? I don't know. I am Planning to get a Kindle. I'm like very attached to very attached to the physical format of a book because I like dividing my books and how many days I'm going to read them and all that. But it's just now I'm going to travel a lot for the next 5 months, so I need to get a Kindle so can get books wherever I am in the world. So I need to adapt to that, but it's going to be such a weird thing because I just love the physical and the audiobook so much. Okay, let's read some comments. Audiobooks and physical. I prefer physical books all the way. I love audiobooks. Cool. My preference is ebooks. I can make the text bigger if I'm tired and like, oh, that's really smart though. And I like 200 in my back pocket. That is so true. Imagine just like, yeah, I brought 200 books with me. Okay with ebooks too, physical books, paperbacks, but mostly I use Kindle. Cool, that's the first person said that. Gabriella, I'm reading The Astonishing Color After. Actually, that book, I feel really attracted to it. I think I'm really gonna love it, but it's just like such a thick contemporary. I think I've been scared of it, but when I get my Kindle, I'll read it. Promise. I divide my books up too. Oh, that's so cool. I'm so happy to hear that. I felt like I was the only one who actually did that. My bookcase now holds baby tarantulas. There's some joke there I'm not getting. Sorry. I don't get your humor, Laurel. I'm so sorry. Paperback 100%. Sorry, I just really like reading your comments. I'm sorry if this is boring if you're watching. Ebooks, that's cool that you're reading only ebooks. I mean, it's like great for, it's cheap, great for the environment, very convenient. I like all kinds of books. I like short chapters too. Okay, let's move into the reading. We will be reading for 2 sprints, 25 minutes each. Oh, I wasn't joking. I have a baby tarantula enclosure on my book face. Oh, sorry, that is funny. You weren't joking, but I thought that funny. I know audiobooks is hard for some people. I also find audiobooks really difficult, and that's why I love listening to videos because I need to see a person's mouth when they're talking. Otherwise, the information doesn't go in. Like I'm very visual, and it's hard for me to like obtain information while I listen. But I find that audiobooks is like actually like a muscle you can train. Like you can read audio or listen to audiobooks and like practice listening to it. And a great way to do that is like if you read it physically and listen to it at the same time. Because I also like really hated audiobooks, but I was like, but it's so convenient. I can just walk and listen to books. So yeah, I've been like training myself up to that, and I still can definitely not listen to like fantasy or sci-fi, like heavy sci-fi. I listen to The Martian audiobook, but which is also kind of a read book if you want a recommendation. But it's definitely something you can train up if you want to like audiobooks, but I guess it's also not for everyone. They're not healthy for my eyes. Oh, you have dry eyes because of ebooks? Do you have a Kindle then? That's interesting because I thought Kindle was like supposed to be good for your eyes. Anyhow, let's get to read it. Was that all I was going to talk about? I think that was everything I was going to talk about. We're going to read until 25 past. That's 7:35. I'm going to be reading this book, Red Shirts by John Scalzi. I have uploaded a TBR. You don't need to have seen it. We're just going to read today. So I usually use those coloring apps when I listen to audiobooks. It helps with concentration. Interesting. Oh, yes. I used to be just visual learner, but started listening to audiobooks. I'm getting way better. Oh, and you don't have a Kindle. That explains it. Yeah. Yeah, I've also read like short stories and stuff on my iPad, and it works, but it just like it's really not good for the eyes. Do books more on the orange side count as read? I barely have any read books. Listen, this I think the Red-athon in my mind, I wanted to be picky because all my books are super read, and when people ask me like all the time, does this count? Does this count? And I've decided you can read whatever the fuck you want, no matter what I think. Okay, so if you want to read something that's a bit orange, a bit brown, a bit pink, like whatever works for you, it's all about getting those books out of your bookshelf that you haven't been wanting to pick up. So like, if you have a read book that's been on your TBR for such a long time, like it would be cool to pick up a book that's more read. But if you want to read something else, like I'm not going to stop you from joining. Like I just want us all to read together because we all love reading. That's the whole point. So, but actually, it's interesting that you're asking because I wanted for maybe the next readathon to make certain prompts that are related to the color. So instead of having just red covers, we could do like red title, red background, red in the title, like now it's not going to be red for the next one, but that kind of thing, so that it could be more like prompts, and then you don't need to do all of them, and then you could be a little bit more free, and you could do like close to red prompt or whatever, you know what I mean? But honestly, just read whatever you want. Uh, Yes, because I think it's like I try really hard to be as accurate as possible, and when other people are not, I get pissed because I am jealous of the freedom they feel in breaking the rules. So it's not if I like don't approve of the book you pick, it's because I'm a control freak, and you're lucky or not. Like literally, don't care what I think. Like just read whatever you want. So we're gonna start reading. I am a chatty person. I like to chat about nothing, and I have these stacks of books everywhere that I need to move. Ooh. Oh, fuck. That hurt. Okay. Okay. So we're gonna start reading. We're gonna read a little bit longer because I ended up talking a bit, but just 25 minutes. I'll tell you when to stop and read. Okay, so start rounding up somewhere in a minute or so. Okay, so I managed to read one chapter in this, and it's a bit weird, like starting off with this. I think I mentioned it in my Patreon live stream ones that I am okay with like reading in front of you guys, but in the beginning, I was very self-conscious of the fact that you can see me, but I can't see you, and I'm just sitting here trying to focus and not at me. But just the thought is making it a little bit hard for me to concentrate while I'm reading, and that's definitely gotten much better since I've been doing quite a few of these. But I shouldn't have started the book with this. I should have read like at least this one chapter before. Um, but my book jumped like straight into like it was basically 20 pages of just dialogue, and it's such weird dialogue. It's so strange. But I think I'm gonna like this book. It seems like a whole parody on like Star Trek. Like Mark informed me that I am watching the first, like the beginning of Star Trek, but it's going very slow for me. So I'm not like super into it, but I like the vibe. And so he informed me that like the people with the red shirts, they always die. And this is kind of like a parody on that, is what it feels like, because it's quite funny, it's quite sarcastic, and it's just like it's like a little bit comedy like. Um, and it has really big writing, so I'm excited to get to this, and I want to read more in like a couple of minutes or so. I did have a list of some stuff I wanted to talk about. I wanted to ask you, because the Instagram challenge was from today was your favorite book and your favorite beverage, or your TBR and your favorite beverage. So I wanted to ask you here, and if you want to tell me your favorite red book and your favorite beverage, and if you like to drink something while you're reading. Or if you have a favorite red beverage. And hi to everyone who joined within the last little, when we started reading. You didn't miss anything. We just had a chat. It's so cool that we come from like so many places around the world. I love that so much, so much. Oh my God. Hi from Ethiopia. Are you kidding? Ecuador. Oh my God. I'm so excited. Um, My favorite beverage is definitely tea. I like tea too. Yeah, it comes in phases for me. Hi from Jordan. Oh my God, guys. Hi from Denmark. um, that is crazy. Because we're talking about beverages, I'm gonna take a sip and I'm gonna get my journal. I have this IKEA lamp, and the thing always goes off from the actual thing. It's pretty annoying. Red beverage, probably vodka cranberry. Favorite drink is General and coffee. I'm currently drinking coconut rum flavored coffee. Ooh, that sounds interesting. I like drink water. I also have water today. Favorite red book is Muse of Night. Is that Muse of Nightmares? Favorite drink, lavender tea, and I'm drinking red cherry lemonade right now. So on brand. I love it. The only red beverage I ever drink is Kool-Aid. My favorite drink is probably Pepsi. I don't think I have a red favorite book, but red, white, and I think there's two people watching right now that's reading red, white, and royal blue. It's starting to become my favorite red book. What? Crazy. It's technically a pink book, but like I said before, no one needs my approval. My favorite beverage must be coffee. I love coffee. I drink mostly water. Favorite read book? I'm not sure. Since I've basically read nothing but Kindle books for the last 10 years or so. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, I was talking to you, Nick. I saw your picture on Instagram. I like it a lot. Favorite read book might be Fahrenheit 4. Yes, that's what I was gonna talk about. Oh my god. Oh dang! No, I don't have the note. So I know I mentioned this before, right? That the number 451 has like haunted me. I think it was a while ago since I mentioned it last, but it's my apartment number in Sweden. It's my mom's new golf number, and it was my dad's old one from many, many years ago. And it just shows up like everywhere. And today I went to the pharmacy and I like clicked the button to get my number, and it was 451. And I was like, who's watching? It is like it's on like to this point, like right now it's a little bit crazy because it's a bit spooky. It's a bit spooky. 451. 451, is that Fahrenheit when it starts to burn? Is that like the I think that's it. It was a long time ago since I read that book. But it's actually also one of my favorite um I love you guys giving each other beverage tips. But I'm actually gonna get my journal though. Right. Are you enjoying your book? I want to know if you guys are enjoying your reading. Um, can Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone be a read book? The whole series is my fave. Yeah, anything that is a read book. I was thinking Harry Potter too. There's like the special edition Harry Potter. I have the Gryffindor editions. And because we're talking about Harry Potter, I'm gonna go a quick mention on this because I know there's like a huge thing with like J.K. Rowling and like transphobia now, but I'm not gonna make any posts about it because I'm like big deal. It's I think people are exaggerating a little bit, and because if you read the Harry Potter books, it's not like this is a surprise. I mean, it's not like the Harry Potter cast is like super diverse, right? Like it's you know like you read Harry Potter. So I don't know why people are getting so upset about this now because I think it's like I don't know, a little bit old news. Even though the things she's been writing is like not good. But I am not going to. I would probably like not talk so much about Harry Potter, but I'm not really in anyways. But I'm gonna post a red Harry Potter picture on Instagram. But I just want to say like, don't buy any stuff because of me, because of Harry Potter. But like, you guys know what's up. You guys know what your priorities are, and it's not really any of my business. But I I'm like very in between about separating the art from the artist. Like I always go in between because it's so situational. But for me, Harry Potter is like so much joy, and I think nothing J.K. Rowling does can like fuck that up for me. Because it's not like I don't really like her anyways. Um, so yeah, the fire merchant told him from the moment so he used it. Oh, he couldn't find a chemist that he knew. Times were so different. I could just look it up. Um, yes, a lovely feeling. What are you reading? What is it that's hard getting to? Um, yeah. I mean, it's like I think it's even worse, like Olson Scott Card. I mean, everyone still talks about his books, but I think his opinions and what he has done is, like a little bit worse than J.K. Rowling. Obviously, J.K. Rowling, I don't know if it's just bigger. I think so, yeah. I mean, J.K. Rowling is Harry Potter, right? I don't know about these kind of stuff. But yeah, Harry Potter belongs to the fans now. I completely agree. Um, this is how you lose the time war. Ah, yes! I love this is how you lose the time war. Yeah, that's a great book to read because one of the characters is literally just is Red. So third name is Red. So that's a good one. I understand why this is taking your time to get into. It will take you a little bit of time because the writing style and the story can be a bit confusing. I think like it really changed for me halfway through the book. I was like, oh my god, this is the best book I've ever read. But obviously, I think it's like a very either you love it or hate it type of book, or like you don't really care for it. I'm really curious to see what you think. And was that all I was going to talk about? Yeah, that was it. Oh no, I had a lot of stuff I wanted to talk about. Whoa. Oh yeah, I'm going to link later. I'm going to link a website where people are putting their, not website, it's a Google Drive document where people can put their read book recommendations under categories. If someone doesn't know what to read or just for fun, you can put your read book recommendations there. I will link that in the comments later. I forgot about it. I wrote it down, but I didn't do it. So if you want read book recommendations, there is a document for that. The Instagram challenge tomorrow is going to be announced by Jazz from Shiny Things Reviews. I will also link her Instagram. I don't remember what her Instagram is, but if you want to participate in the challenge, she will host that tomorrow in the Instagram challenge. And also on Thursday, Insta Live. Oh, yeah, that's another thing. I haven't been working out or dancing for so many months now. And obviously, I was planning to do a Instagram live makeup tomorrow at 10 o'clock. But that's not going to happen because I have an opportunity to go to the dance studio with my friends and actually dance. And so I have to cancel that. So I will like announce that that's not going to happen and everything. But just so you guys know, I will probably do it on Wednesday instead. So I still want to do it. I was planning to do makeup today, but all of a sudden it was like 7 o'clock and I don't know what happened. What if you're in the middle of a series you love and you find out an author's opinion that is wrong or you don't agree with? Will you just stop reading it even if you're enjoying it? Oh yeah, what did Chloe say? It's really hard for me to separate the author from the writing. If I don't read the author's morals, there are hell against mine. I won't read their books. I always struggle with the first. Will you send it over a Discord as well? Yeah. Yeah, it's like I mean, I think everyone can have their own opinion from like the art of the artist. I think for me, it's never going to stop me from reading a book because I think it is a conversation worth having. If I now that I know, as long as you know what the author thinks, as long as you're aware and you are conscious of your decision, whatever you decide to do, I think it's like none of anyone else's business. How they decide to relate to the situation. I think that was everything I was going to say. And then we should get to reading. Because I just talk so much. It's because like there's more comments and I want to talk to you guys as well. And I'm excited for tomorrow when I can see some of your faces. Go to the Discord if you want to be part of game night. I need to link that too. I'll link everything afterwards. I'm sorry about that. And I'm also really excited for the read together thing where we just sit down and read. I think that's on Wednesday. I think that's going to be really chill and less pressure. And we can talk and we can chat about more opinions. I mean, now it's like very one-sided because I'm just like spitting out information. But I would also like to hear your opinions, get to know you as readers and stuff. Because like this is a community, and it's been really fun. Thank you for participating. Thank you to every one of you who decided to participate in the Red-athon. I think it's so cool that you all decided to join. Okay, let's read for another 25 minutes. I did talk too much. Is there anything happening on the 2nd? That's Thursday, right? The Thursday, actually, nothing is happening for now. it is Jazz's day, so she's going to, I think she wanted to host some sort of a Zoom question thing where it's not a game night and it's not a read together, but it's more like we talk about books, a little bit more chat. I think that's what she wanted to do. I will upload, hopefully I'll finish this book and I'll upload a review, and that's everything that's happening on Thursday. It's going to be a bit more of a chill day, but yeah, there is a schedule. If there's a video, I'd be like, here's the schedule, but it's not there. um, oh, you gotta go. That's okay. I get it. It's a long one. Um, ooh, okay. Sorry. A lovely feeling wrote, I think it comes down to not giving the person more money. Um, I majorly agree with that, but there is such a thing as secondhand. You can buy stuff secondhand. Woo! Can you believe it? Which is such a great thing, which is you can do anyways, even if you don't support or do support the artist. I have to work tomorrow. We can continue this conversation. I would love to continue this conversation about what. Wait, post schedule on Discord too. I thought it was on Discord. I'll post it anyways again if you haven't seen it. Um, yeah, we can continue these like interesting book discussions on the Zoom meeting whenever that's going to be. Secondhand is great. Yeah, I agree. This actually got secondhand, which is pretty cool because I think this is like not usually a type of book you get secondhand. Let's get to reading. It's exactly 5:55 now, so let's read until 20 past. You guys are fun. Okay, start rounding up wherever you are. What book are you reading, Kelly? And what book are you reading, Bente? I'm curious. I'm honestly so easily scared. Like, there's this YA, like, I guess you could call it thriller, horror called Say Her Name by Juno Dawson. It's the first book I ever read by her. And it's basically just like this Bloody Mary retelling at this boarding school with this girl, I think. And it like terrified the shit out of me. Like, I couldn't go to the bathroom in the middle of the night for like a year afterwards. Like, I think it's still scary. Like, now I don't have a mirror at my bathroom, so it's fine. But like, it scared the shit out. Like, I'm so bad with that. So tell me about something you just read that you thought was funny or that you want to mention or irritating. I think some of you were like really frustrated now. Yeah. So your name stopped me from looking into mirrors for ages. I know. It was so scary. Oh, I think I realized the best way for me to read This Is How You Lose the Time War is to read it aloud by myself. That's really interesting, actually. I can see why. Okay. I actually really liked when I read it. I was 16, I think. Oh my god, I'm 21. Jesus Christ. I think I read it. Oh, The Boy in the Red Dress. Oh, tell me if that's good. It's read in the title. It's funny how I enjoy being scared sometimes. I know what you mean. Like, I love, 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 love American Horror Story. I think it's just like it is so good. But I can't. I watched the first seasons alone because not the third one because Asylum was like too much for me. I watched it with my mom. She was just sitting like this, like for literally all of it. Oh, it's the third season Asylum? I think it is, yeah. But like now I can't watch Hotel and I haven't watched the one after that either. I have watched the 7th season because it's not as scary. Like clowns don't really scare me and stuff. Holes is a bit scary. Phobia for holes. I understand that one. Um, so yeah, I understand. I think if I really want to watch the rest of American Horror Story, I do have to watch it, uh, you know, in the morning. Otherwise, I'm gonna freak myself out, like for breakfast or something. You know, like when the sun is out. Um, so I want to read this because I found this really funny. So this person says Kwang says Ashka fashkla kach kalal shakalala. Dahl kept his face very still. Quang had just attempted in the third dialect of the traditional right word schism created of I offer you the bread of life. But his phrasing and accent had transmuted in the statement into let us violet cakes together. Oh man, like this is honestly like this is I think this is like a parody on just Star Trek. Um Yeah, but I'm really enjoying it. I think I'm gonna have a good time with this. I want to know if you match your bookmark to the book you're reading, and why the hell there's no red highlighter. Some colors I understand there's no highlighter because you can't see through like a black highlighter. There should be a gray highlighter though. I feel like that should exist. But I want there to be like an actual, like, what's it called? Is it called Stabilo? Is that the brand? Red highlighter. I want that really badly because I like to like highlight it according to the book cover, so it's like all aesthetic. I wish I was one of those people who could have like an aesthetic Instagram, but I can't because it bores me. Like I get bored of certain concepts of pictures, and when I look at my Instagram, I'm like, oh, doesn't match, doesn't match, doesn't match. I'm like, well, that pretty much sums me up. Um, Asylum was really scary. Yeah, there's this moment where this person who has been mutilated, it's like really dark. I mean, yeah, but is walking up the stairs, I think, from the basement to the kindergarten place, if I remember right. And it is so scary. It is like that just image, it just freaks me out. It's like Evil Dead. I watched the watched the trailer for Evil Dead, and there's this moment when the possessed girl, she's going up by the floorboards and she's singing this lullaby. And for months, would imagine her sitting by my bed, just looking at me before I went to bed. And so I would turn and I would look. I would imagine she was there. I would look her in the eyes and just like think to myself, like, you can watch however much you like, but you can't touch me. And I would just convince myself, like, she can't hurt me. Like, she can be there, but she can't hurt me. Um, I own 4 gray highlighters. What? I keep losing my bookmark. I'll just see a strip of paper of something um, before dark. I have a mug for my bookmarks. Oh, I do that too, actually. I have. Uh, ooh. Okay, so I want to talk a little bit about, before we end, this book. This is a book have seen circulating a lot. It is Phoenix Extravagant by Yoon-Ha Lee. Yoon-Ha Lee is the author of the book that was sent to me by Rebellion Publishing for the last readathon, and was the what's it called? The giveaway book that I had. It was the Nemesis Games. It's the same author, but that was an adult sci-fi. This is a science fiction fantasy, young adult science fiction fantasy. And I got an arc of this. So I read it many months ago, actually. I think I read it in February, and the cover was all red. I ended up giving it away because I only gave it 2 stars. But now people are talking about it, and it made me think that if I didn't know this was going to be a popular book, and I didn't have this like quite kind of pretty cover. I'd had like just like a red arc copy, and I ended up not liking it. But it has a non-binary main character, and they are an artist. And this story is great, but I really didn't like it. And it's one of those things that occurred to me that now people are kind of hyping this book up a little bit, and I've seen it circulate around, and people are getting excited about it. And I'm like, I read this months ago, and I didn't like that much. But I'm thinking maybe I would have liked it more if other people liked it. And I was starting to doubt if the hype around certain books affects my enjoyment of the book, or like how I view the book before and after I read a book. And I just found that really interesting. Are we doing more sprints? No, this is going to be the end of it. So if you're not interested in me rambling, you don't need to watch. We're not doing more sprints, but I'm going to read after this, and I encourage you to read too. I am going to read like 60 more pages in this tonight. But thank you for asking. And I think I'm just going to end it now. It is 1.5 hours, which is what I planned. I think for me, hype books make me hate books more. That's interesting. Hey, I'm quite late. Hope you had a great live stream reading, everyone. No, love the talking part. Okay, but there's no more sprints for anyone who's wondering. But we're going to talk tomorrow during the game night, and if you want to talk about other stuff, you can just hop onto the Discord and we'll talk. You can talk about any topic you want there when it comes to books and other things you are interested in. I'm gonna watch a TV show after this, then read before bed. Um, cool. Hmm, that's interesting. So that's gonna be it for the live stream. I hope you enjoy, and remember that we're gonna this is just like a reading sprint to get you excited about the readathon, the Red-athon. But just keep reading, and if you need motivation to read, you can write me on Instagram and say, I'm going to read for 30 minutes now. Do you want to read with me? And we can just sit down and read. Or you can find a reading buddy in the Discord if that's what you want to do. But I know it's like a little bit tough now to read, to find the motivation sometimes, especially during these times. Can we do in Discord? Talk about something or read in the Discord. You can do whatever you want in the Discord. Just propose the idea to people there and see how they respond. Feel free to browse ideas. And I was one more thing before I say bye. Because we're gonna do the game night thing, I have some ideas and stuff. But if you do have some ideas for a bookish game, Lilo's like right there. Hi, sweetie. She doesn't like to be petted or touched at all, so I'm just enjoying the time when she's close to me. And propose any bookish game ideas there if you're interested, and so I can get some ideas, and of course you'll be credited with ideas. So I hope you get to see some more of the game night, and you can chat with me on any of the Discord or other stuff. So that's it. Thank you guys so much for joining. I had such a great time reading with all of you. I hope you guys too. Yeah, it was really fun. And we're going to do this again. We're going to see each other. And we can talk in person and all that great stuff. So have a good one, yo. Bye.